and for the Chiefs game.
All right, thanks, Carly. Well, for most of us, COVID may no longer be a big concern. But if you have had the virus, you know that there can be some long-lasting side effects.
Yeah, we're talking about that long COVID. It just sounds terrible. So joining us now to talk about what you can do about it is Dr. Peter Rowe and Cynthia Adinig. So by way of starting, Dr. Rowe, just remind people, I think most of us know, but what is long COVID?
So long COVID is a term that's being used to refer to persistent symptoms after an initial acute COVID infection. It can occur after quite mild illnesses. It isn't just in those who had severe illnesses that required hospitalization. And it's variously defined as requiring 1 month or 3 months of symptoms. But in any event, the symptoms that we are concerned about are a severe degree of debilitating fatigue, trouble with post-exertional worsening after you've had something like a mild walk that you previously tolerated, lots of difficulty with concentration and short-term memory, and problems with elevated heart rates and low blood pressure and lightheadedness. So there's a whole range of symptoms that can ultimately, in the most severely affected, lead to them being housebound and bedbound.
Well, right now it seems like we've had a hard time finding a clear path forward. There are 20 million people who suffer from long COVID. Why do you think it's been so hard for us?
You know, it's a very good question. I think there are a couple of problems. One is that we had not paid enough attention in medicine to these chronic symptoms after infectious illnesses in the past. The best example is what is called ME/CFS, or myalgic encephalomyelitis chronic fatigue syndrome, where there were very few clinics spread around the country, maybe 8 or 10 specialty clinics for over 2 million people. So one of the problems when the pandemic came along is we were caught completely unprepared. Some of these clinics are now starting up, but many patients report that they have tremendous difficulty accessing proper specialist care.
Wow. And so, Dr. Rowe, I'd like to bring Cynthia into this. Now, Cynthia, my heart goes out to you. I understand you have firsthand experience with long COVID. What can you tell us about that?
Oh, well, yes. This experience has been so life-changing for me. It completely caught me off guard. I got a mild case of COVID in March 2020 that was just sniffles mainly for 2 days. And that has since developed into dangerous and life-threatening illnesses from my symptoms, such as extremely high heart rate, dangerously low oxygen, and crippling fatigue to the point where I couldn't even brush my hair. And I also developed an allergic type reaction to a wide range of food and water. And that culmination created a massive decline in my health to be life-threatening. And I even ended up losing my mobility for a while and needing a wheelchair for several months. And even now, I still have severe and debilitating symptoms that make it difficult for me to just go outside and continue to be disabled.
Yeah.
Oh, we're so sorry. That's terrible.
But also, thank you for sharing your story, because I think it brings to light what so many people are dealing with.
Yeah. All right. Well, I wish we had more time. We're up against the clock. But Dr. Rowe and Cynthia, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.